Minecraft recently added all of these adorable baby animals, and I want to build a massive zoo for them where they can stay a baby forever. This is my forever world where I've spent over 1,000 days creating a cozy base, and here's where the zoo will go. My starter base is on this one giant island, and next to it is another giant chunk of land, and I think this place would be perfect for a giant zoo. We just need to do a whole bunch of terraforming because this place is where I used to come to fight monsters, so this place is full of creeper holes. First up, I covered up all of the annoying creeper holes and the random water holes, also called ponds, and also terraformed the shoreline to make it more smooth. There's also this random kind of landmass here, and I don't like it, so I'm gonna quickly make it go away. I also decided to completely cover up this place and turn all of the water into land. While I was terraforming, I also uncovered a little cave, so of course I had to be brave and go in and fight whatever was here, but there's literally nothing here to fight, which is good because I was so scared. I definitely wasn't scared, so I just continued terraforming. And a couple Minecraft days later and everything is flat, but I don't want the entire zoo to be flat, so I'm going to use stone to create a retaining wall that goes all around this area in a nice curve, which was easier said than done because trying to make something curved in Minecraft is really hard because everything is a block, but I still figured it out and now we have this beautiful layout of the retaining wall. It just needs to be much higher than one block, so let's raise it up by a couple. For that I need a huge amount of stone, so I'm glad I have like 6 double chests full of it. It's from digging out this giant copper golem storage room. And now all of the stone can finally be put to good use. A lot of stone placing later. Now this is looking really good. Most of the wall is 5 blocks high, but this part is only 4 blocks high. Now we just have to take our dirt and connect everything to the wall. So we also have a flat surface up here. While I was placing dirt, I was getting really excited because the more we plan out this zoo, the closer we get to getting the new baby animals. And I can't wait to see them. I also almost covered up all of these dandelions, but I actually need to collect a bunch of them because they're going to be really useful later. These tiny little flowers are going to make this entire baby zoo possible. Most of this platform is dirt already, so I think we deserve a really cute reward for our hard work. It's brutally slaying all of these pillagers. Go away! Just kidding, my reward is going to be seeing our first new baby animal, and of course use our dandelions. It's not really the dandelions itself that we need though. It's a new item that came out in this update, a golden dandelion. Look at it, it's so cute. Now we just need to find an animal, and I think I know exactly which kind of animal I want. Look at this cute chicken. Let's breed these together and let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, look at it. I think this is the warm baby chicken variant. It's so tiny. Does it make chicken noises too? Oh my gosh, did you hear it? That is so cute. And now we need to use the golden dandelion and click it on the chicken. It did something. And I think now it will never ever grow up. Now I'm even more excited and motivated to finish the zoo. I just trampled my crops. That's how excited I am. So I went straight back to my zoo and started placing the rest of the dirt. You can tell how long this is taking because the pillagers are back. So I get to have another sleigh break. Yay! Get wrecked. And flyby kill. I totally missed that. Hi pillagers, I'm in your walls. And goodbye. Now everything is covered in dirt. Literally everything is dirt. And now this place is looking really cool. But we have a bunch of creatures living under here. Oh my gosh, they saw me. Ah! Oh my gosh, wait, it's a baby zombie. No, please don't burn. No! Dude, no, I wanted that baby zombie to live in my zoo. No, it's dead. Sadness. But that means there is the possibility that little babies can spawn under here. I think what I'm gonna do is get a boat and then we just look for baby zombies in the walls. Okay, it's just creepers. Let's fly away so they all despawn, and when we come back, a whole bunch of new monsters will spawn. No baby this time, but there's a zombie with a spear. No. Goodbye, creepers. Oh my gosh, I got him. I made a little trap for the baby zombies, so now they just need to spawn. Hi, zombies. Oh my gosh, there's another baby. Come on, little baby. Yes, I got the baby in the boat. This is the new zombie baby. He's creepy. He's going in my zoo. Can we also feed him a golden dandelion? No, we cannot. I think that's because they never grow up, but they will despawn when I let them out of the boat. So we need to give him a name tag. Another great thing about this new update is that name tags are now craftable. We just need any kind of nugget and then combine it with paper and we get a name tag. Look at this. I can just get so many name tags. These used to be so expensive from the villagers and now I can just easily easily make them. Now we just need to give the zombie a name. And of course I had to do a really stupid name. He's gonna be called Unfinished Homework. Imagine he kills you and you die to unfinished homework. Now he can stay here and be safe, and we can plan the rest of the zoo. Basically all of this land here is going to be full of enclosures, and we gotta plan out where they should go, so I'm just gonna use a bunch of stone bricks and work on a little layout. I'm gonna create layouts like these round enclosures, but also bigger square ones, because we're not just gonna have animal pens, we're also gonna have houses. And it's also important to make sure that a big path can fit all around the buildings. While I was planning the build, I saw another baby zombie down here. Come on, baby zombie. Yes? No! Bad baby, come on. Get in the boat. Come on, in the boat. Yes, we got him. He is alive and he hates me. I will name him Bernie because he almost burned in the sun. Ow, he hates the name. Now this entire upper area is planned out already. So now we can start building the first enclosures. And I want to start with this house here, which is going to be for all of the sea creatures. First up, let's raise up this wall by another block. And I also want to make this a little bit more textured. So I'm going to punch out a couple blocks again. And then add some cobblestone and stone into the mix. And I think this is such a big improvement already. Now we need to grab lots of spruce wood. I'm out of spruce wood, unless there's some in my wood farm. Oh yeah. And next to spruce wood, I also want to use a bunch of pale oak. I got all of this wood, so now we can get back to building. And I'm gonna start by adding spruce wood pillars in all of the corners. Now all of the pillars are done, and for the walls in between, I want to use the pale oak wood. I also left a hole for the entrance and also for a bunch of windows. And I want to do something special for those. First we need a whole bunch of glass, and then we can dye it blue and light blue, which gives us a really nice ocean theme. It's almost looking like a little wave. We also need to decorate the entrance, so I'm gonna add a staircase, then some fences above that, and then slabs to create a little roof. And there isn't gonna be a door because this is an open room we can just walk into. I hope no creatures will walk into it. I also want to decorate the windows a little bit, so I'm just gonna add some stairs here. Then we can also build a nice arch here. I also want to have some fences coming down here, and then a stair and an upside down one. And now this looks like a really fancy wall. If we ignore the shulker monster in front of it, the front of the house looks really good already, and we can start working on the roof. For that we need to craft a huge amount of stairs, and then we go up on the sides using just the stairs to create a very simple roof. I say simple, but I'm already dreading the complicated plans I have for it later. I fell. A lot of stair placing later. Now the outline of the roof is done on both sides, but now this is where it gets complicated. First up, I'm gonna try to make a little round shape here at the front, and then something round can go on top of it. Let's take all of our white stained glass, and I want to try to build a round aquarium on this roof. This is looking really cool so far, but the roof is still lacking everything. It's lacking everything. And to fill in the roof, I need more blocks. First up, I need a whole bunch of waxed oxidized copper stairs, but then I also need an ocean block, which is prismarine, which means I need to go to an ocean monument, but I don't want to die to the guardians like last time I went there. No! I'm not scared. I want to be smarter this time and brew a potion of invisibility. I still have some space for the brewing stand upstairs, where my dog Pumpkin lives. Move aside, please. Now we turn the blaze rod into blaze powder, add it in here, and also the 3 water bottles. Now 1 nether wart. Now we have an awkward potion. Awkward. Now we add a golden carrot, which turns it into a potion of night vision. But we don't need that. We need to craft a fermented spider eye. And let's hope I did it right. Potion of invisibility! We did it! This was literally the first time I brewed a potion in this world. I think there's also a way to extend the lifespan of this potion by adding redstone dust, because right now it just lasts 3 minutes, and now it's 8 minutes long. I also have a potion of water breathing, so now let's fly to the ocean monument. I think I see the ocean monument. It's right there. That's the one I've looted before. And of course it started raining just as I said that. Let's drink the potion of water breathing and invisibility. Now we take off all of my armor, I think except 1 piece, because I need the aqua affinity and respiration. And now we can swim over there, hopefully without these creatures seeing me. Oh my gosh, there are so many. Let's just quickly mine everything. And we need to be sure to watch the clock, because in 7 minutes they're gonna see me and kill me instantly. I think I underestimated how many blocks I can actually get in 8 minutes, but now the time's running out, so we should swim away really fast. That was so chill and the creatures didn't see me at all. Also, look at this. There's a baby squid. That's also one of the new baby mobs. But now let's fly back home. I think it would be fun to create a little wavy texture on this roof, like on the windows, but this time using 3 different types of blocks. And I think this pattern is really cool. But I also left these holes surrounded by spruce wood on each side because I want to add another little aquarium up here. I think they're also looking really cute. And yes, I also did the back of the roof. I also finished the walls on the side, but they're super empty because this little shape here means something else is going to be attached to the side of the house. First step, we're going to replace the stone bricks with spruce wood. And I also want to change the shape, so instead of having a square, we're going to gonna have some sort of a half circle, something like this. This is going to be another aquarium, so the walls are going to be made out of white stained glass. And we decorate it by placing a spruce wood trim. I think that looks good. I also want to create a balcony on top of the aquarium, so let's first make a little railing. We can also add a roof above it and connect it to the house. And done. Now this looks like a majestic aquarium. I also built the exact same aquarium on the other side of the house. This is what I call a really cool aquarium. Now we can go inside of the house and start working on the interior, which means building the homes for the baby water animals. First up, we're gonna have a little entrance, and over here is going to be our first indoor enclosure. But then we're also going to have staircases going down on each side, where we can also add in a spruce floor. And down here we have this hole in the wall, which is going to be filled in with glass, so we can also view this aquarium from the inside. What I also want to do is make a little staircase going up to the second floor. Now we can also add in the ceiling. Now everything is filled in, and we can punch out a little hole on the walls here, because that gives us balcony access. We just need to cover the aquarium with more glass. So now we can come out here and look at the animals down below. I also need to figure out what to do with this giant aquarium on the roof. I definitely want to put fish in there, but the shape is really messy, so we're gonna make a wall here first. Also, it's nighttime outside, and I feel like I'm in an observatory looking at the stars. This is actually so magical. I just added a giant pale oak wall around it, and now we can fill in this giant window with glass. Now the entire upstairs room is decorated, and I've also finished decorating the downstairs room. So now the staircases are hidden in these little boxes, which means we can finally start moving the baby animals in here, starting with the one going in this enclosure, the baby turtle. To get them, we need to get a bunch of seagrass, and then we need to fly over to an ocean biome, because I think that's where they live. I found turtles! Look at them! Come on, little turtle. One for you, and one for the other guy. Boop, they're doing something. I got one singular XP ball. Now the mom is swimming to the shore to lay her eggs. Come on, turtle, you can do it. Now she's just aimlessly wiggling around. Come on, you can do it, turtle. Yes, she did it. Now we use a silk touch pickaxe to pick them up one by one. 2 turtle eggs, we have them. Thank you, turtle, for letting me take your, unborn children in an egg. Okay, bye. The baby turtles will only hatch on sand, so let's place them on here. Now we just have to wait, but I'm definitely not going to sit around until they hatch. I'm going to decorate their enclosure and make a beautiful home for them. The floor's made of sand, and they're also gonna get a little pond to swim in. I also built a tiny little wooden cavern where they can crawl in and rest. Then we can also add a bunch of leaves and some dry grass and dead bushes. And I think turtles also love to have it warm, so we're gonna have a lantern come all the way down from the ceiling to warm all of them. Now the enclosure is done and looking really cute. The eggs aren't even cracking yet, so we have a lot of time to keep decorating. The giant aquariums on the side also need to be decorated, so let's fill all of them with water. Everything in here is water, and I'm trapped in here too. Now we need to collect all of the water plants, definitely some corals too. The first aquarium is going to be full of kelp and seagrass, and also a couple little rocks scattered around the place. Now it's looking really cute in there. We can actually see something from the windows, and this place here is going to be full of corals. And now it's looking like this. And these guys still haven't hatched. That's still gonna take ages, so let's get some other sea creatures. I want to get some baby axolotls in that coral room, so we gotta go to a lush cave. I have one in the dark oak forest next to my nautilus village, and this place is always full of creatures, but look, there's so much water. Hi, creeper. I see an axolotl. Okay, hi, axolotl. Come here. Please, please, axolotl. Oh gosh, this is bad. Guys, this is bad. I'm trapped in the water. Ah! He came into the water with me. Dude, no. How did I literally just die from that? Let's grab my backup elytra and some rockets. And some backup armor would be good too. And now we quickly go back there and hope my stuff hasn't despawned. Hello, cave. Let's land up here. Is our stuff there? There's some XP. Okay, yeah, it's all rendering in. Pick it up fast before a creeper blows up on it. I got my stuff. Dude, there are creatures. Ah! No, there's another creeper. Okay, water bucket. Fly away. We just don't have the axolotl yet. I'm going back into that cave. Let's shoot all of the monsters on the ledge. Go away, creeper. Let's just run through here and place torches as fast as we can without the creatures seeing us. I almost fell back into that stupid hole again. 2 axolotls spawned. I see them. Go away, creeper. Go away, skelly. Go away, spider. And a zombie down here. Got him. Hi, creatures. Axolotl. I got one. I need another one though. And these guys are killing each other. Oh my gosh, baby axolotl, baby axolotl, baby axolotl. Dude, I must have this guy. Ah! Come on. Come here, little baby. Please. Got him. Go away, Skelly. I want the other axolotls. Come here. Come on, the pink one. Got him. We have so many axolotls, so let's get out of here. And next up, we need to fly to a warm ocean because we need to get lots of buckets of tropical fish. Here, fishy, fishy. Now we can finally fly home. I'm back home and the turtle eggs still haven't hatched. But it's fine because now we're gonna get a bunch of axolotls. I'm gonna put 2 of them in this little pond. And then I'm gonna breed them using these buckets of tropical fish. Yay! We got a little pink baby axolotl. Golden dandelion. Now we have 2 pink babies already that can go into their enclosure. Hi guys. Look at them swim around. That is so adorable. The next animal I want to put in my zoo is the nautilus. And I built this giant town in the middle of the ocean for them. And here's where all of my nautilus friends hang out. This one here is Percy, my first nautilus. And I'm gonna take him and one of his friends home with me. We have both of them, so let's swim back home. While I was swimming around, I noticed a giant underwater cave and decided to explore it because I always get distracted. And down here I found more axolotls. Come here. I even found a variant that I hadn't caught before. It took a really long time, but I finally made it home. And of course it just started raining. The nautilus will slowly die when I bring them on land, so I'm gonna do it really quickly. Come on guys, there's a little water pond for you here. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, go in, Percy, don't die. And we breed them by giving them pufferfish. Now make a little baby. Look at this tiny little nautilus baby. It's so cute. And then we need to somehow move it all the way over here in this enclosure. I created a bunch of little water ponds, so now this baby just has to make it to each of them. You can do it, little guy. Almost there. Now we just add fence gates here so the water doesn't spill out. And then we get this little guy into their new home. Come on. No, it's stuck under the stairs. It's dying. Go in the water. Ah! I almost killed the little baby. We can do it this time. Yes. Go in. Yay! We're in the water. The first little nautilus baby is in here. Then I continued by breeding more axolotls. So now we have all of the variants in baby form swimming here. I also found out that the best way to hatch turtle eggs is to stay up at night. So I'm gonna block myself in this house here with the eggs. And hopefully the creatures won't come in here. I'm scared. There's literally a zombie in my window making loud noises. Go away. No, 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 creeper, no, creeper, no, creeper, no. Dude, there was a creeper on my balcony. There's no way this just happens. Oh my gosh. I definitely need to light things up way better. All the panicking was worth it though, because the eggs have finally cracked. Now I'm also gonna get another baby nautilus. And let's repeat the same process of moving them over. Yay, another one is in here. I also moved all of the adult axolotl in a pond outside of my nether portal. So now these guys also have a beautiful home. I also went out looking for more water creatures and found this tiny little baby squid. Dandelion and lead. These guys also die on land, so we gotta be careful. I think we can do this. This is going to be fine. Get in here, little squid. Now this is where it gets complicated because I want the squid to go up there. First up, I need to fill this entire thing with water. But before I could finish, it was nighttime again and all the creatures spawned, so I hid away in the house again. This one here cracked a little bit more. And on the next day, I finally moved the baby squid into its new home. I decorated the squid enclosure and now we have 2 little baby squids in here. We also have 2 more aquariums on the side, and to make this area a bit more lively, I'm gonna add more fish, which aren't baby fish because they're salmon. And there aren't any baby salmon, they're just salmon. But they're really cute and they're gonna add to the overall vibe of this place. Which is why I also made a fish tank for tropical fish. And when I came down the stairs, one of the turtle eggs was gone. And I was so scared that a creature ate them. But look behind me. Look at this tiny little thing. Look at this cute little baby. Eat the golden dandelion. And now it can go into the enclosure. I also made a little pufferfish aquarium. And when you go up the stairs, it can actually poison you. And over here we have the cod. I also added some more decor to this place, like a carpet and a couple ocean blocks on display, or the heads of some ocean creatures. And I definitely didn't slay any creatures for these heads up here. Definitely not. The second baby finally hatched too, so let's give it the dandelion and move it into the new home, which means the giant aquarium build is finally completed. It took so long, but it was definitely worth it. Now we can move right on to the next project, which are these 2 enclosures here. This big one here is going to be a home for the camel. They can only be found in the desert, so we need to get them and bring them home. And I'm going to do that using a happy guest. They can easily transport animals, so let's take this one called Azalea, and we can fly her towards the desert. I also flew across an acacia biome and spotted a bunch of armadillos, and these guys are also on my list, so I'm going to take them with me. I just need to get 2 of them in a boat, and then I just need to attach them to the happy guest. Yay, we got them! Now onwards to the desert. I found a desert village, which is where camels spawn. I found a camel and a cat. I also want the cat in the boat, and I think the camel doesn't fit into the boat, so the camel is going on a lead. Let's see if I can attach all of these to the happy guest. They're all on there. This is so cursed. The cat escaped. No! Dude, the guest just broke everything on a cactus. After a lot more struggling, I got all of the animals and went back home. I also just realized I have nowhere to put all of these animals, and I have no idea how to get them off the guest either. Don't fly away, Azalea! Bad happy guest. I think we can get them off using shears. Yes, and I'm just gonna leave them here because we need to go and find a second camel so we can breed them to get the baby. I keep getting distracted by other biomes, and this time I found a jungle. And there are also some animals that I can find here. One of them is the ocelot. Hi, kitty. And there's another one over here. Kitty, 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 kitty. I will get you, little kitty. Got him. Now we have both of the little kitties in the boat, and we can keep going. I'm stuck in the tree. Then I found my second camel. Now we don't just have 2 camels, but also 2 ocelots. Thank you for your services, Azalea the happy guest. Even if they were super slow. Even a snail is faster than the happy guests. And now we can try breeding the camels using cactus. Are you guys gonna do it? They're having a staring contest. Get closer to each other. Come on, do it, camels. They did it! They did it! Oh my gosh, baby camel, baby camel. Aw, look at this little baby. He's smiling. I love this camel. And golden dandelion. Now it will never ever grow up. And we can build the camel enclosure. Of course, the camel enclosure is going to have a desert theme. So let's grab all of the sand and sandstone blocks. Then we can start by getting rid of all of the stone bricks. And instead of those, we have some chiseled sandstone pillars, which we connect with a sandstone wall. And now it looks like this, and I think it's much better. But we have to dig out the inside, and of course there's a hole here, and there are probably some creatures. This is an absolute disaster. Oh my gosh, there's so many creepers. No, 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 no. After I got rid of most of the creatures, I continued adding sandstone all the way to the bottom. Well, I thought I got rid of the creatures. There are more creatures from Minecraft. Okay, maybe it's not all bad because I found another baby zombie. It's right here. Look at this little baby. And this one doesn't burn in the sun, which is even better. And his name is gonna be I am Dracula. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Then the mess of creatures was finally behind us, so I filled in the floor with lots of dirt. And once everything was flat, I filled it with sand from the desert. I also added some water so the camels can drink. We can also add some little rocks and some leaves. And also brought this dry grass, which we can also add all around the place. I also added some hay bales and a shelter for the camels. But I can only put cactus in a pot because if I place it on the sand, the camels will poke themselves to death on it, which would be tragic. I also bred the camels again, so now we have 2 babies. And now these guys can follow me into their new home. Enjoy your home, little guys. And this guy's escaping straight away. No escaping. And the reason I built the enclosure a little bit deeper into the ground is so the zoo visitors have a beautiful view from up here. And the little space between the enclosure and the path also has a little cactus flower field, which definitely matches the desert vibe. Next up, we have the armadillo enclosure, which is going to be right next to the camel one, because both animals live in warm biomes. Armadillos live in the savannah, so we're going to need a lot of acacia. I have 3 logs. Let's quickly fly back to the biome and chop down all of the trees. I got over 2 stacks of wood and a bunch of leaves, and totally left some floating trees behind. Don't judge me. For the enclosure walls, we're gonna have stripped acacia pillars and some stairs in between. Maybe also some stairs here to make it look a little bit more decorated. It's very orange, but I think it looks good. Then I did the same thing as for the camel enclosure and lowered the ground by a couple blocks. And of course there was a creeper. I also want this enclosure to have a little house where the armadillos can sleep, and I'm gonna build that out of oak wood, but with a roof made of spruce wood. And we can add some leaf piles on the inside so the armadillos can hide in here and have a little shelter. And we can also make a little pond. The enclosure looks pretty cool so far, but something is still missing. Custom trees. Let's try to fit at least 2 in here, and of course using acacia wood and acacia leaves. It took me a little while to figure this out, but now we have these 2 trees. I also added some tough blocks and slabs into this to give it more texture and detail, and now this enclosure looks really good. It's time to bring the armadillos, but I just realized we don't even have baby armadillos yet. And I had no idea how to even breed armadillos, but I looked it up, and apparently we need spider eyes. Gross. I have a bunch of eyes taking up space in my storage. Dude, there was a slime in my storage. Go away. And here are the armadillos. Now we just need to free them from the boat. Do you want this? Mmm, yummy eyes. Look at this cute little guy. It's so adorable. I love this little baby. Now this tiny little baby gets the golden dandelion. And then it can move into the new enclosure. I decorated the area around the enclosure. And I also bred another armadillo. And now we have 2 of them. Another enclosure done. Many, many more to go. Then I went back to planning out the rest of the zoo, creating more stone circles to represent the animal enclosures that will be there very soon. And of course, I'm also continuing the paths around them. And after an hour of planning, the area was looking like this. And I think we can definitely work with that. The next thing I want to work on is going in this big circle here that I cut into 4 different parts. It's going to be our petting zoo. I'm gonna need lots of spruce wood and oak wood again. Most of all, I need a bunch of stripped spruce wood, so I'm just gonna strip a pillar all the way into the sky. I'm so high up I can see my base and the entire zoo from up here. And I can't wait to continue filling this place with a bunch of cute baby animals. Now let's mine all the way back down again. And just when I wanted to start building, the wandering trader and his llamas showed up. And I think that's perfect because I can steal his llamas and put their babies in my zoo. Teehee. Let's put both of them in a boat. And now they're mine. Now we can use all of the spruce wood to create really nice enclosure walls. I did it on every single side, so now we have 4 identical enclosures. They each have 2 little entrances through a fence gate. And we also have a little window in the corner, so people can come here and awkwardly stare through the window. Because I know people would do that. But the middle is still empty, but it's not going to stay that way. Because I want to build a little building here that connects all of the enclosures together. I raised up the walls and added little windows. And we can also build little archways using stairs and trapdoors. So now we can walk in and go into every single direction. Then we can build a little roof out of slabs. It looks really cute so far. But what would look even better is another little building on top of it. So let's land on the house. And we're going to build this out of oak wood because I've used mainly spruce wood and we need a different color. But of course I can't stay away from my favorite wood type for too long because after I made the oak walls, I need to make the roof out of spruce wood again. I'm not obsessed. I am. But the roof is going to be made of glass. And on the very top we can add a brick wall and a little fence. Now this house looks really cool so far and we can decorate it even more by slamming into the wall. Now it's decorated with my face. Just kidding, we can add a bunch of leaves on top of this little roof here. I also added some lanterns and now this place is really cool. I also decorated the inside of the house, so when you walk under here, we have a little lantern and a bunch of leaves coming from the ceiling. Now the main building is done and we can start decorating the little enclosures. Starting with this one here, which is going to be for little baby dogs. The ground is going to be made out of a mix of grass, podzol, and some coarse dirt. I'm going for a spruce forest vibe, so we're also going to get some tall fern. And we can also build a little spruce tree here. Now we have this cute little tree. We can also build a bench that has these new shelves on the side and it looks really cool. So visitors can sit here and watch the puppies play. Now we just need a bunch of dogs. There's one in my iron farm. He's called Barley and he's watching all of the horrors unfold day after day. So we have 1 dog. We just need a second one. Oh wait, I just realized there are 3 dogs in my bedroom upstairs. So we can breed our dogs. We're gonna get little puppies. Oh my gosh. Look at this tiny little guy. I'm literally freaking out. This guy's freaking out too. He's cute and he knows it. I love this dog. Let's get another puppy. Ah, he's so cute. I almost forgot we also need to feed them the golden dandelion. And now they can go into their new home. I have to make them sit down though, otherwise they're always gonna teleport to me. I think we could try getting even more dogs because there's a spruce forest nearby and they also have more dogs. I see a dog. Love me, little dog. Yay, we're friends. And there's another one. And the way we get them home is just flying a short distance and then waiting for them to teleport. Yay, they made it! And we're at the zoo, so let's breed them. Now we get this cute little gray wolf puppy. Oh my gosh, look at these cute little guys. And the big dogs are coming to live with me in my starter base. So let me know in the comments what I should name these guys. I love these dogs. And you know what other animal I also love? It's cats. So the next enclosure part is gonna be for little kittens. We have another bench, pretty flowers, and a little overhang so the cats can shelter from the rain. All of my cats live up here in Cherrytown, my cherry blossom trading village. Wait, how do you breed cats? Oh wait, they don't want cooked fish. So let's get some salmon in the river, drowned. Eat the salmon. Yay! Oh my gosh, look at this little baby cat. It's so cute. We also have this cat right here, which we can bring to my base because she can breed with that new cat that we found on our travels. Oh my gosh, look at this little guy. Look at the intense blue eyes. It's a death stare. It's staring me down. I'm scared. And now they can sit down in their new home. The orange cat hates it. This guy has orange cat energy because it's an orange cat. Then I worked on the next enclosure, which was going to be for the baby chickens. This time the place is going to be full of yellow and white flowers. They also need shelter, so we can build a teeny tiny little chicken coop. And for the nests, we can add dead corals because they kind of look like chicken nests, just dead and gray and dried. The babies will love it. Now we need to get a huge amount of baby chickens, and for that we can go to my chicken coop. I think the first baby chicken that we got should still be here. I got the chicken. The lead is coming out of its brain. I just got another one. Look at this little baby. Now we just need the cold chicken variant, so let's breed these 2 together. Look at this little guy. Now we have tons of adorable little chickens roaming around the enclosure. And even though it's raining, it's such a cozy spring vibe. Look at the chicken. It's in the little nest. I'm freaking out. I love these chickens. 3 out of 4 enclosures are done. So we just need to quickly decorate the last one in the petting zoo. This one has an oak tree, a little shelter full of leaves, and some red flowers. Now we just need to get the animal, and I'm super excited to see it because not just the babies got a whole remodel, but the adult animals too. Their favorite food is carrots. And I'm sure now you know which animal I'm talking about. We're getting some rabbits. I think they sometimes spawn in a flower forest, and there's one next to my base. So now we just need to walk around while holding the carrots, so when the bunny sees us, it won't get scared and just see the food. Otherwise, it will run away and probably die in some cave because they can die super fast and it's really tragic. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Look at this bunny. They look so different than before. It's chunky. Oh my gosh, I love this bunny so much. Ah! No way. No way, just did that. I'm literally freaking out. This pig is also freaking out because I'm holding a carrot. Look at this bunny. Rabbits are one of my favorite animals, and I really love how they changed them. I found the second one, and it's so cute. I don't know what just happened, but only the bunnies are connected by the lead. Since when is this a thing? Now we can breed them, and let's see how cute the baby bunnies are. Hi, little guy. Eat the golden dandelion. I love all of these bunnies so much that I'm also gonna bring the grown-up bunnies into the enclosure. And now they can all be free. They're still connected by the lead. I don't know how to get it off. Oh, you shared. Now the petting zoo is completed, and we have so many adorable animals here. I just want to sit here and look at all the cuteness, but I still have a lot of enclosures to build and more cute babies to see. And for the next enclosure, we have to get back on a happy guest. This time I'm taking the pink one called Glinda, and we need to fly her back to the jungle towards cute pandas. I found a bamboo jungle, so the pandas should be here. Panda, they love bamboo, so let's get a bunch. Okay, panda in the boat. Now we just need another one. I fell in a cave. Why does this always happen to me? Why do I keep falling into holes? But hey, at least I found another panda. Yay, it did a roll. Now we have both pandas on the guest, and we can go back home. And now our pandas are home. Now we just need to breed them. Dude, where are they going? They're not doing it. Come on, guys. Give me a little panda baby. I looked it up, and breeding pandas is actually way more complicated than just feeding them bamboo. I've never in my life bred pandas before, so this is the first time I'm doing it, and they require a bunch of bamboo growing around them for me to be able to breed them, which is kind of weird, but also makes sense, but also still doesn't make sense at all. Okay, guys, there's bamboo around you. Now eat it. They're doing it! Yay! That guy literally has angry eyebrows. I love him so much. I put him in a boat, so now we just give him a home. And the panda enclosure is going to go right here. Of course, it's going to be made out of a bunch of bamboo blocks. The enclosure walls are made of stripped bamboo pillars connected by bamboo fences, and it gives the perfect jungle vibes. Inside the enclosure, we can add a tiny pond, but more like a puddle, and a shelter for the baby pandas. Then we have a quick panda breeding break because it rains, and this guy looks even more ridiculous than the first one. And I also discovered this guy wants to kill me. I come closer and he punches me. I don't know what happened, but this panda hates me. Maybe that's why he has angry eyebrows. Now let's get back to the enclosure and add lots of podzol and coarse dirt into the ground. The rest, however, is going to be filled with jungle leaves, ferns, because those also grow in the jungle, but most importantly, lots of bamboo, their favorite food. And I'm gonna place string above the bamboo so it stops growing, so we have bamboo of many different sizes. The enclosure looks really beautiful now. Home sweet home, little panda. This guy's giving me the angry eyebrow treatment. This guy wants to kill me so bad. I don't know what I did. I'm just gonna run away because we have one more jungle animal in need of a home. Those kitties. Oh, look, the pillagers are visiting the petting zoo. Oh my gosh, there are so many here. What? The zoo isn't open yet, guys. You have to come back later. And with that, I mean never, because you're dying right now. There's an arrow in my neck. Now let's collect the resources for the ocelot enclosure. And Penny here is helping. And now we can start with a nice jungle wall, which looks really good next to the panda enclosure. The inside also looks similar to the panda one, but there's gonna be one big difference, because ocelots are tree cats, and these cats need trees to climb in. I planted 2 tall trees, and we can use slabs to make a bridge connecting both of them together. I hope the cats will love it and they won't escape, because they can literally climb up here. There's only one way to find out. They're super scared of me though. Every time I get close, they have all these running particles. Let's move them in the enclosure where it's safe for them, and hopefully here they won't run away. They're still running away. I'm putting them in a hole in the ground. Come on. Yes? I think they're doing it. No, they're freaking out. I'm running away. But I just saw hearts, so something is happening. Hello? It happened! Now they can all be free in here. And they're always gonna be super scared of me and running away super fast. But I love you. You're so cute and tiny, and I love this little kitty. This zoo has tons of enclosures already. And we got homes for animals from all of the warm biomes. So now it's time to get some animals from the very cold biomes. But before I do that, I quickly need to do something in my branch mine. This is my cozy mining outpost. And we can fall down here all the way to my branch mine. And there are a bunch of name tags here because here's my flamingo room for my Mega Burp channel members. And I got 3 more amazing members, so they all get a little flamingo statue here. One of them is sitting and looking at an amethyst crystal, and the other 2 are leaning against the wall and probably gossiping. Now we just need to add the channel member names to them. And thank you guys for becoming channel members. Now we can get back to working on the zoo. And we need a happy guest again, and this time I'm going to take Air Fryer. Maybe he's going to keep me warm, because where I'm going it's going to be really, really cold. I went to the cold snowy taiga because I want to get these kinds of foxes. It killed a bunny. It's holding a little bunny in its mouth. I can see it. I know you're here somewhere. I see you. There's a feral dog here. Hi. Are you a werewolf? Awoo? No? Okay, bye. I see the fox. Where'd it go? Ha! Got him. Fox number 1 in the boat. I see another one. And it saw me and it's running. Yes. No! No, I got it and let go again. Ah! No! Dog! No! Bad dog! Fox, run for your life. No! Oh wait, that was the fox killing a bunny. Stop running! It's stuck. Yes! Now these two can go in the boat. Then we put the boat on air fryer. And we have one more stop to make. I want to find some baby polar bears and you cannot breed them. So I just need to find the babies in the wild. These here are just the adults. Wait, 2 babies just spawned in. Hello? Hi guys! Bear in the boat? Ah, this guy wants to eat me. Other bear in the boat? Come on. Yes. You'll never get me. I'm stealing your baby. Which is kind of horrible actually. I'm stealing your other child too. No, the baby is sinking. No! These guys don't care anymore. And now we quickly get out of here. But let's be real, nothing is quick when you're on a happy guest. It's so slow. 100 years later. And now all my new friends are here. And I actually have to fly back to the icy snowy biome. Because of course I'm going to use those blocks in the enclosure. And totally forgot to collect them last time I was here. I want to get all of this packed ice here. It's making such a loud glass breaking sound. Which makes sense because it's ice. And also lots of these snow blocks. Oh no, I don't have silk touch. My silk touch shovel was almost broken, so I went on a quick detour to the end dimension and my Enderman XP farm, where I easily repaired all of my tools within a few minutes. Now I finally have a repaired silk touch shovel and we can grab all of the snow layers. The sound is so satisfying. I fell in a hole, and there's a polar bear waiting for me to come out so he can kill me. That's double, triple, not satisfying at all. Then we also get all of these snow layers off of the grass. And I also just found another little bunny, so of course I have to take it home. I love this bunny. Yes, there's another one. Come here. Come here, bunny. And now all of the bunnies are in the enclosure. Ongoing bunny obsession aside, let's build the polar bear enclosure right here on this hill. This time I'm keeping the stony enclosure, but I'm adding some glass pane so people can look through it and see the bears. We can also make a little igloo, which is going to be the shelter for the little polar bears. It's cute, but also very simple, so we can upgrade it by adding a bunch of snow layers. Now it's looking way better, especially the entrance. Then most of the floor is also going to be snow, but I also added some coarse dirt. And then all of this is going to be water, because I think polar bears go in the water to catch their food, so I'm sure they like swimming. And if they don't like swimming, they have a bunch of drinking water. Unless they pee in it, then it's no drinking water anymore. The water also has some frozen parts, and now the enclosure is looking really cute. But I'm not done yet. I got all of this ice here because I want to create some little ice spikes behind the enclosure. Now this is what I call an icy area. Now we move these cute little guys over and look at their toes wiggling when they run. Boop! I think my favorite part is when the animals enter the enclosure for the first time. It's just such an amazing feeling. Now we have another cold home to build, this time for the foxes. But first I need to figure out how to breed these Arctic foxes. I think they need sweet berries, so let's fly to the taiga biome. And I'm sure they have some lying around here somewhere. Ugh, I almost fell into this cave. And I just saw one of the normal foxes. Well, now I have to get those too, right? And I'm pretty close to home that I can just bring them with me. Feral dog. Fox, fox, I have the fox. Now they're connected to each other. Why does this keep happening to me? No, I lost one. But I literally couldn't find any sweet berries in the entire forest. But I just found out that I can also breed them with glowberries, and I definitely have those at home. Now these guys are going in a boat straight away before they kill any of my animals. Every time I go out to get something, I end up bringing more animals home with me. I have this little glowberry growing station. Now we can just bone meal it. Then let's put the foxes in a hole so they don't kill anything. And now let's breed them. Yay, look at it. Oh my gosh. And let's breed these guys too. I'm freaking out. This is so cute. I have spots for 2 houses here, and since the foxes would jump and kill all of my rabbits and all of my chickens, we should totally put them in a house where they have no chance of ever escaping. We have no time to waste, so let's quickly gather the resources for the fox houses. Also, all of these shulker boxes are such a mess. Next to spruce wood, I also need deep slate, and there's a really cool thing that's new in the update. I have all of this silk touch deep slate, and before the update, this was completely useless. But now we can put it in the stone cutter and turn it into all of the cobble deep slate blocks and all the bricks. Best day ever. I got all of these resources, so now we can start building. Let's first add some barrels in the corners, and then we can add spruce pillars above them. Then we add stairs in between them, and I basically want all of this to be a giant window so we can walk around the house and spy on the foxes. Right now this is just a sad glass box though, so let's add a spruce roof on top of it. And now this is where all of my precious deep slate comes in. Now the house is looking like this, and I really like it. And I also love this detail here where I made stripes out of different kinds of logs. Now comes the decorating part, which I think I enjoy the most because it makes the builds look so much better than before. Now the house looks beautiful from every single side, even the back, and we can decorate the inside. It's gonna be a very simple interior with a bunch of snow on the floor, and the rest is coarse dirt. Well, I say simple interior, but it ended up looking like this. A beautiful snowy fox habitat. We got lights in the ceiling, but they're too high up to melt the snow down below. I have 2 little baby foxes, and they can come with me. I just need to make sure that the others don't escape. And in here you go. Oh my gosh, she fell asleep straight away. And thanks to this fence gate, the visitors can always come in and shut the door. And the foxes will be safe in here. And now these little guys will also get a home. The normal fox house is gonna be pretty similar to the first one, but this time I'm making the walls out of oak wood so it's a warmer vibe. Like the other house was the winter house and this is the summer house. It looks really cute and we have the same deep slate roof on the side. But I also want to have one of these big open window areas so we can watch the little foxes sleep. There is still space on this side, so we're gonna add a little room here that has all of these giant open windows. I also added a chimney and now it looks much better. Now we can come up to the house and we forgot to decorate the inside. So let's quickly do that too. We have pots on coarse dirt, lots of ferns, and some spruce leaves. Then we can also add a fence here again. And now we bring the little baby foxes over. Look at them run, they're so cute. As soon as they come in here, they fall asleep. I think they love my enclosures. We still have a lot of spaces to fill with animal homes, so the cuteness overload is not stopping, ever. Next up, I finally want to tackle this giant enclosure up here. And it's going to be for multiple kinds of baby animals. And of course, it just started raining. So I'm gonna go inside my storage room where it's warm and dry and craft up a bunch of the resources. I've used so much spruce, so this time I'm gonna use a different wood type. I'm gonna use a bunch of oak, and I think it's going to fit the vibe because this area right here is going to be for a bunch of horses and even more cute farm animals. But first we need to dig out this entire thing and lower it by 1 block. It is done, and over here I actually want to break these fences and then add fence gates here and a staircase going down because people will be able to come in here and hang out with the horses. I don't think you can ride baby horses, but you can go on little walks with them. So let's make a path going all the way around this in a circle. The path turned out really well, and now we have this little space in between it and the wall. So this can be a place where tall flowers grow. I think it looks beautiful, so we can move on to the middle. And here I want to build a shelter for the horses because we all know it always rains in my world. It literally just started raining. What a timing. Then I also built this giant hay feeder where the horses can get their food and a pond as their water supply. I also planted some trees and I love how this place turned out. Now let's get some horses. I have a horse stable in my base, so we have some horses that we can breed. And I think you do it using golden carrots. Oh yeah, they like the carrot. Okay, let's see if it works. Eat this, eat that. Oh my gosh, look at this tiny little horse. And golden dandelion. And now the horse can go into his new home. Enjoy. But I've said earlier that I also want to put some other animals in there with the horses. I just need to find them first. I found one. It's a donkey. Hello, you're coming with me. I just found some wild horses, so let's tame the donkey. And we also tame a horse. Now we breed the horse and the donkey together, which is so silly. Why is this a thing? And now we have a little baby mule. Hi, little guy. Oh, he's so cute. I love how the wandering trader finds me all the way out here. Her name is Sunny. That's my name. That is me in my wandering trader form. Now the mule can go in here too, and we can fly straight back into the wild because I need to find a second donkey. I found one. I went home not just with the donkey, but also 2 new baby horses. And look at them, they're so cute. Then we can also breed the donkeys. And we have a tiny little donkey baby. Now all of the animals are in here. And we can go on little walks with them on this path here. I love horses. And the horses in my face. I still love horses. Now we're gonna build a home for animals that I've totally neglected in this boat. The llamas. And their home is going right here, next to the horses. And this build here isn't just going to be an enclosure. I actually have a really silly plan for it. You'll see. So far we have a pretty wall, some rocks and flowers, and a pond. But now it's gonna get really silly and it has to do with the pond. Let's get some sandstone and build up a couple blocks over here. And we do the same thing outside of the enclosure. And then we connect it all together. Now we have something that looks like a table, but it's not a table. Let's build it up a couple more blocks. And also build up a smaller box up here in the front. Then we add some dark oak buttons on each side. Some magenta wool in the back, which is connected by carpet. And I'm sure now you can guess what I'm building. It's a llama, and a very silly looking one too. Now that's just one more thing we need. Let's put this here. Now all of this llama spit is forming the pond. And it's super cursed, but I love it. Now let's breed the llamas using hay bales. Please make a baby. Ah! There it is. Aw, it's so cute. And golden dandelion. Welcome to your new home, the Llama Spit Supreme Pond. Enjoy bathing in it. It's made of spit. Gross. Wait, what? I turn away for a second, and this guy's here. And these guys are here too. Whoa. They killed my llamas. Also, I have antlers out of arrows. Oh dear. I guess we're only gonna have one llama in the enclosure. I hate pillagers. After all of that tragedy, I spent some time peacefully decorating the areas around the enclosures and added coarse dirt and leaves and some grass. Now all of this looks much better, but I didn't stop there and went on a huge decorating spree. This wall here is just made of stone and I never wanted it to stay that way. So we're gonna punch out a bunch of blocks here. Then we can add some cobblestone, andesite, stone bricks, and occasionally we could add a moss block and some mossy cobblestone around it. And maybe we could also try fitting some tuff in here. I think that works. Yeah, I like it. I really like this, so I'm gonna do this everywhere. You guys want to see something funny when I mine this? Creeper toes! I have to remember that not all of this is lit up. And these guys literally showed up again. Can you just stop spawning in my animal enclosures? I got a pillage ahead from killing them. But now I finished decorating the entire wall. I even decorated the back here on the side of the ocean. But now the fun decorating times are over for now because we have to go on a really dangerous mission. And for that we have to collect a bunch of obsidian. Ugh, lava. I got 47 obsidian, and we also take a flint and steel. And now we go to the Nether. There's one baby mob that I really want to find, and that can only be found in the Nether. It's this random chicken. Just kidding, I don't know why it's here. We have to find some baby striders. I think what they like to eat is this warped fungus. Hi, striders, come on. Yes, come to shore. We need to get these guys' attention too. Here they are. Let's make them a little enclosure in here. No, this guy's suffocating. No. The striders are trapped. Now we breed them. Look at this little shivering blueberry with a sad face. And the reason I brought all of this obsidian is so I don't have to take this guy back to my portal all the way up there. I can just make a new one right here. And hopefully it's not gonna put us in a cave. Come on, go in the portal. Go in. Yay! Please don't be in a cave. Please don't be in a cave. Of course it's in a cave. I'm just blocking this entire thing here so nothing comes creeping and crawling. And I would just dig a staircase upwards. And this guy's following. This guy's staying in this hole here. And I'm gonna cover it up in case it rains. Because I think they die when it rains. Now let's go back down to the portal. And let's try to get a second baby. Yay! Little baby. And now we take these guys home and hope it doesn't rain. But it always rains in my world, so we better hurry. So I ran home really fast with two little sad blueberries running after me. Now I have to cross some water, which is certain death for these guys. So I'm just gonna put both of them in this boat. Don't look at the water, it's not there. You're not touching it, so it can't hurt you. We made it and it hasn't rained yet, so it's only a matter of time until it does. So let's build these guys a little shelter, and we can build them a beautiful home right here. And it literally started raining on the next day, so I'm so happy these guys are safe here. And we can gather resources for their home, and for that I actually have to go back to the Nether. But I don't have to go far because I just need all of this basalt. We can also turn it into polished basalt, so we have two different kinds of blocks now. There's also another basalt type that isn't even from the Nether. It's the smooth basalt, which is from a geode. And next to the basalt I also got a bunch of deep slate and tough blocks. Now let's get rid of this layout. And then we can start building the walls out of basalt and the polished one at the top. Most of the walls are going to be made out of basalt, but for the entrance I want to use some tough pillars. And I think these blocks go really well together. It's looking good so far. And for the roof on top I'm going to use a bunch of deep slate stairs. This is basically going to be a lava house where the striders can roam freely. And all of the dark and charcoal colors represent the furnace vibes, because when you go in that house, you're gonna be cooking like in a furnace. Now the roof is done and it has a really big sign on top of it. And that's because I want to write something on it. We just need a bunch of red dye, so let's collect some poppies from our iron farm. I'm sorry, Gollum. Now we just have to go to a loom and let's create some letters. And we can spell out the word Strider on here. I think that looks so cool, so everybody knows this is the Strider house. I wasn't done with the house just yet, so I attached another little building to the side of it. And the wandering trader named Rowan was watching me. He's creepy, but I will take his llamas and then I can breed them. So now the first one isn't alone anymore. But I also finished this building and there's glass on every single side like for the fox enclosure, and we can look in. And if we look over there, my visitors are back. Let's ignore them and finish the enclosure because I added a bunch of stony blocks on the inside. But all the space for grasses is going to be a river, a lava river. And I need to fill every single block with a lava source. So good that I have a lava farm in my farming village where I can collect infinite lava. I filled everything with lava and added some dead corals too. And it's currently not raining, so we can move the striders over. Yay, they're going towards the lava. They're warm now. And they're almost completely disappearing in the lava. They look so cute like this. No longer sad blueberry, but sad beetroot. I love them. And I really love the strider house. I'm really proud of this one. It looks really cool. We also have the layout for a second building next to the strider house. And this one is finally going to give these baby zombies a home. Also, why is there a pillager? Die. You're safe now, unfinished homework. Now we need to build a house that is zombie themed. When you find a zombie spawner, it's always surrounded by cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. So basically the walls are gonna be this overgrown mossy thing. Basically just like a zombie spawner, but with less dying. And just like the Strider house, we have one main building and a little one attached to the side that has a bunch of windows. And so the zombie house matches the Strider house a little bit. I'm also gonna give it a deep slate roof. And even though I tried to make it like a scary zombie dungeon, this is actually so cozy and cottagecore. I would live in this house, but instead my unfinished homework is gonna live in this house. I prepared 2 enclosures on the inside. One is behind this glass wall, and another one is through here in the room with all of the windows. Now we just have to wait for the sun to set. Now it's dark, so let's move them over. I have to do this fast, otherwise creepers are gonna spawn and blow up my entire zoo. Ow! This guy's in here too. Fly! And I would just bring the last one. They want to kill me. Wait, how did I end up in the enclosure now? And the zombies are watching me. Now we just have to get these guys into their enclosures without them punching me. 2 of the zombies are going to go in this big room here. Ow! Stop doing it. Ah! Another zombie just came in. Where did he come from? It's daytime. But these guys have their own home now. And this guy here is going into this enclosure. 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, I did it. The zombie is in there and still holding my oak boat. Bad unfinished homework. Oh, he ran away. Yay, look at him stand there. That's so cute, actually. And also creepy. We can also add some more decor on this side, like the heads of some undead mobs and a moss block, because why not? And now another zoo enclosure is completed, and I love it. Before I move on to the next one, I want to make sure that this area with the 2 houses up here looks presentable. And that means making a pretty path. And this is where we could put a bunch of flower fields. Those are very easy to create and instantly change up the entire area and make it look much better. I also want to raise up the wall here so people can't just walk off and die. Okay, I didn't even take 1 heart of damage from that, but still. It's raining again, but you can already see the big difference it made. We have a bunch of flowers and leaves and some benches so we can sit here and look at the zombies. And decorating is so much fun that I want to do it again next to the camel and armadillo enclosure. This time I'm gonna add lots of sand. And on top of this, we can add a bunch of cactus and the little cactus flowers. And it turned out really cute. And down where the pandas live, I planted a bunch of bamboo and made a little pond that has firefly bushes. So now that it's gotten dark, all of the fireflies are out and flying around. But decorating time is over, it's back to building. I've been building so many enclosures over and over, but that is what you have to do when you build a zoo. And this one is going to be for the farm animals, the cows, sheep, and pigs. I kind of forgot about them until now, even though they are some of the most important animals in Minecraft because of the wool, leather, and food they give us to survive better in our worlds. I think farm animals are the perfect candidate for a simple countryside life. I built a little barn, planted a tree, made a little pond, and also spammed dandelions everywhere. Now we just need the farm animals. I have a little pig pen here, so let's start with these guys and breed them. And we get a tiny little baby pig. I think this is the cold variant. And also got a normal kind of pig. It's so cute. And the warm variant. Then we can go up to my cow farm. And we can also breed these guys. Look at this little guy. I got 1 of each cow variant and also 2 baby sheep. And it just started raining because of course it did. Look at this huge amount of tiny little baby animals running after me. Look at these tiny little animals on the farm. Also look at the zoo from above. It's so cool. I'm so happy with this so far. We have 1 more enclosure and 1 special thing to do. I'm building another house, but it's more like a greenhouse because it's made out of glass. I will definitely keep greenery in there, but the main attraction is going to be the bees. I love this tiny little bee cottage with the hobbit hole entrance. And on the inside we can add some beehives on top of scaffolding. And we also need lots of flowers, and I'm sure the bees will like roses and poppies. We have roses on the outside too, and even more beehives and little flower fields. Now we can get some bees from my bee farm. Hi bees. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They pushed me out the door. Let's make a little baby. Dude, where did it go? I found it. We have 4 bees. I feel like this is the size the normal bees should be because these ones here are so big. You have all the flowers you want in here. Have fun, bees. Bye, bees. Nope, don't escape. And now all of the enclosures are done. Just look at this zoo. We're still not done, by the way. But we finished the hardest part, which was capturing as many baby animals as possible and putting them all in here. We just have 1 more special thing to do, and that is create the entrance of the zoo because it just starts here. Let's make a beautiful zoo gate. We just need spruce wood and pale oak. And then we can start building and place 2 spruce wood pillars. And we connect them together using stairs and slabs and create a nice arch. Now it looks like this, and I think it's really cool, and it's lined up with this building. And on top of this gate, we can add some fences. And then we have to write the word zoo using the pale oak blocks. I just fell down. For the O, I basically just have to put stairs around a block and then go up by 2 blocks and then do the same thing but the other way around. So now it looks like this. Then we just need to make a second one because zoo has 2 O's. And then we have to do the Z, which is a lot more complicated. We do a slab and a full block, and then we need to add a stair that looks like this. Then we go up using stairs like a little staircase, another full block, a slab. Yay, we did it! It literally says zoo. I love it so much. And when you leave the zoo, you can see ooze. Now we just have to add the last finishing touches, and then I can show you the completed zoo. And a couple hours later, everything was done. Let's pretend we're a visitor going to the zoo. Let's enter through the majestic gate. And over here we have a little map, and I added some lampposts and also signs that tell you where exactly you should go to get to what attraction. So let's start by going over to the polar bears. I turned everything here into stone to match the icy atmosphere, and maybe we can see a polar bear. Hello? They're both stuck in the bucket. If I was actually a zoo visitor and had done that, I would be banned for life for going into an enclosure. Then we can go back down the stairs, and there's a beautiful pond and a bench where we can sit. And we can also do drip leaf parkour. Now let's keep going to the petting zoo. And I know I would spend so much time in here with the cute bunnies because I love these guys so much. Then we can walk through this beautiful chicken enclosure and say hi to the puppies. And last but not least, the cute kitties. This one is staring right into my soul. I'm scared. We went in a full circle around the petting zoo, so we end up back here and we can go to this house, the beautiful home of the Arctic foxes. But the next house is waiting for us already, where the normal foxes are also sleeping. That is so cute. Then we keep going over on this side to visit the ocelots, and you can see one over here. And it's running away. What I've also done out here is add a little picnic area, so here people can rest on the benches, and here they can eat with their friends. And of course I'm going through the jungle area, where we can say hi to the pandas. Then we can go up the stairs to the upper platform of the zoo. And let's go into the aquarium, the first built in the zoo. Let's see if everybody's still alive in here. The little turtles, they're so cute. And the baby nautilus too. Then we can go up the stairs, and the pufferfish just got me. And the baby squids are still alive too. We can also go out on the balcony and look at the axolotls. Okay. Did I walk in on some kind of witch ritual? Why did they exclude this guy? That's mean. I've done a lot of decorating around the aquarium, and I've also made a little pond with a fish statue in it. It looks so funny, and people can also sit here and have a cozy time. Let's follow the path, and now we can say hi to the horses and donkeys and mules. We can go on a little walk inside of the enclosure, but we also have a beautiful path on the outside, which also brings us to my super creepy and cursed llama enclosure. And I'm glad the pillagers haven't killed them yet. If they try, I will end them. Let's go on the other side of the aquarium, where I have a beautiful tulip field and the baby camel enclosure. I see one. Then over here we have the armadillos, and one of the camels escaped from there and went in here. That is so random. Then we can go down here to the strider house. It's really hot in here, so we just quickly say hi to the striders, and then we leave again before it gets too warm. Next up we have the zombie house, where we can say hi to unfinished homework. Where is he? He's over here, still holding my boat. And Bernie and I am Dracula blah 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 also still here. We could sit here and admire the beautiful flowers, but we can also go back down the stairs, maybe sit in the flower garden for a bit. But then we go around this way, and here's the beautiful bee enclosure. And the bees are hard at work in here, and the babies can actually make honey, which is amazing. And last but not least, we have the giant enclosure for the farm animals, which we can also enter, and we can spend time with these adorable creatures. The sheep is actually so cursed. It looks like a creepy plushie without ears. And that was the entire zoo. And when you look at it from above, you can see how much work actually went into it. So many different builds and structures, and I really love it. And it took over 150 days. Let me know in the comments what your favorite animal is, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!